Hi everyone! Recently, in a big park build I've been working on, I've noticed some problems with peep pathfinding that I haven't been able to explain. When trying to make large areas more navigable, I was still running into issues with my guests getting stuck, and I didn't know why. This problem has been causing me headaches for a while, but now I finally figured out what is going on, and hopefully I can save someone else a headache with this explanation. Let's say we're building a park and we want to add a big area footpath. I'll make a placeholder here by painting the terrain. Now, we all know it's generally bad practice to make really large areas of footpath, but maybe you want to make a big entrance plaza, or a wide midway, or something like that. Since big areas like this can cause pathfinding problems, let's say you want to have a narrow route that directs peeps from one end to the other. There could be any number of reasons for this. Maybe we want to ease them towards points of interest, or keep them away from the plaza's edges, or prevent them from walking over decorations. So let's start by adding a simple route to our placeholder area. So far, so good. As we expect, a path that's a single tile wide always works well. Now, let's fill in the rest of the area we don't want peeps to walk in. I'll make a piece of footpath here, and then, using the tile inspector, connect all of its edges so that it fills up the whole tile. Then, we can copy and paste this tile over the rest of our area. This is wrong. Even though it looks like we shouldn't have any pathfinding problems, this will still break, and our peeps will get lost. If we wait a bit for pathing to calculate, we'll see that peeps trying to leave the park will turn around for seemingly no reason, causing them to get lost and angry. We can observe this happening by opening up the Show Wide Paths debug tool. If you're unfamiliar with this tool, I recently did a tutorial on how to use it that will be helpful to understand what's going on here. If we turn on Show Wide Paths, the problem becomes apparent. OpenRCT2 has decided that the path leading toward the exit of the park has been marked for peeps to ignore, even though that's the only way they can go. You'll notice this because it's lit up when the debug tool is turned on. This happens because the game doesn't require a mutual connection to consider two paths to be connected. Even though our real path doesn't connect to the fake path connects to the real path, and that's enough for the game to consider them one unit. Hopefully you can see that solving this problem is way easier than detecting it. All we need to do is ensure that our fake path doesn't connect to our real path in either direction. Let's start by deleting all of our fake path that surrounds the real path. I'm going to do this by cutting it with the scenery manager, so the paths I don't delete still have all their edge connections. Next, let's create a path tile over here that doesn't connect to anything. Using the tile inspector, let's copy and paste this tile around our real path. These unconnected path pieces will act as a buffer between the real path and the fake path. Finally, we can add proxy path over top of everything to make the area look like one cohesive whole. You can do this with the tile inspector too, but I'd recommend checking out the Proxy Pather plugin made by Bassi to make this way faster. There's a link to download the plugin in the description below. Now we finally have our desired result. A nice big area of path that only has a small walkable area that peeps won't get lost in. Of course, one downside to this is that it can be difficult to edit this path in the future, so I recommend waiting until the very last minute to do the proxying to avoid making extra work for yourself. I hope this was helpful, and even if you haven't had this problem with your paths before, maybe you learned something anyway and can keep this from happening to you in the future. If there are any other tutorials like this you would like to see, please let me know. Thanks for watching.